Hey everybody, welcome to Home with the Halsteads and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making a strawberry pretzel salad. Many of you have requested this. Some of you wanted me to make it at Christmas and I ran out of time. I had so many things I wanted to share with you that I just didn't get it made. So I'm going to make it for you so that you can make it and enjoy it for Easter. I always make it at Christmas time and I make it at Easter, and then sometimes I make it in between. But it is a wonderful, wonderful salad to make. Strawberry pretzel salad. So let me tell you how we're going to do it. We're dividing it into three parts. There's a crust, there's a filling, and then there's a topping. So we're starting out with our crust, and it's composed of 2 cups of crushed pretzels. Now I like to use the little pretzels that are the sticks. Remember these? We had these growing up. We didn't have a lot of goodies growing up, but we did have some pretzels, and I do love these little sticks. They are so good. I've used about 4 cups, I put them in a quart plastic bag and I filled it up and I crushed them, and it made 2 cups of crushed pretzels. So 2 cups of crushed pretzels, 3 tablespoons of white granulated sugar, 3 tablespoons of sugar, and 1.5 sticks of butter. So that's going to be our crust, and we'll go ahead and make that in a few minutes. We're going to have to bake that. And this is a process because you have to bake and cool and put in the refrigerator and cool. So this can be made ahead of time, and that's the beauty of this salad. The filling, the middle part, is going to be made up of an 8-ounce package of cream cheese. 8-ounce package of cream cheese, 1 cup of white granulated sugar, and 8 ounces of Cool Whip. So we're going to mix that together, spread it on top of our crust. And then we're going to use 1 6-ounce box of strawberry jello. You could use raspberry if you wanted to, but we love strawberries. So this is a 6-ounce box of jello. And then my recipe calls for 10 ounces of frozen strawberries, and I could not find a 10-ounce package. So this one is a 15.5-ounce package of frozen strawberries, and I'll use about 2/3 of the strawberries. So let's get busy and make this strawberry pretzel salad together. For our strawberry pretzel salad, I'm using a 13x9 baking dish. And I put the butter, a 1.5 sticks of butter, in the baking dish. I put it in the oven as I was preheating the oven to 400 degrees and let the butter melt. So now I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of sugar. And I'm just going to take a fork and just kind of mix that around. I like to use a fork sometimes when I'm mixing foods. And then I'm going to add our pretzels. 2 cups of crushed pretzels. Just mixing this around. Now my dish is hot, and it tends to mix better if it is hot. So be careful if you melt your butter in your baking dish. Be careful that you don't burn yourself. So we're just making sure that all the pretzels are moist with the butter, and we're going to put this back in the oven on 400 degrees, and we're going to bake it for 8 to 10 minutes. Then we're going to take it out of the oven, and that's when we need to allow the crust to cool before we put our filling in the center. So see how easy this is? So quick and easy, and it's going to be so delicious. This is one of our family's favorites. Our girls, Carol and Sharon, both, they love it, and Doug loves it too. So all of you guys out there, you'll want to either make this, or I hope your family makes it, or someone in your family makes it, and enjoy it for Easter. So I'm going to put this back in the oven, cook it for about 10 minutes, and in the meantime, I'll go ahead and mix up our strawberries and jello and get that in the refrigerator so it can begin to gel too. While our crust is baking, I'm going to go ahead and mix up our jello and our strawberries. Again, this is a 6-ounce package of strawberry jello. It's a large package. These come in large and small, but this is 6 ounces. And to that, I'm going to add 2 cups of hot water. This is just like if you were making jello, but you're not going to put the extra water in it. So 2 cups of hot water, and I'm just going to mix that around to dissolve it. This is incredibly easy and it's so delicious. Just making sure that it's all dissolved. You can see the little granules in there. There's just a little bit that's not dissolved. So I'll keep stirring for just another second or two. Okay, now I have a 15.5 ounce package of frozen strawberries. I've let these thaw, but it only calls for 10 ounces. So I'm going to use about 2/3 of this. And I'm just dipping it, juice and all, and putting it in the jello. I think that's enough. It probably wouldn't hurt if you wanted to use all of it. So we're just stirring this around, and I'm going to let this cool maybe to room temperature before I put it in my refrigerator. I like to do that. And then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, let it begin to gel, and in the meantime our crust will be cooling. I'll make the filling to go in the center, and I'll show you how to do that, and then we'll top it with this strawberry jello with strawberries. So I'll see you back in a few minutes. Okay, our pie crust is cooling, our jello is gelling, so let's make our filling. We're starting out with the 8-ounce package of cream cheese that has come to room temperature. You know, it doesn't take long for it to come to room temperature. Probably about an hour is all that it needs. And then we're going to add 1 cup of granulated sugar, and we're going to start mixing this with the hand mixer. Just going to pour that together and mix this around, blending it together. I use a lot of cream cheese. We just love it at our house. A lot of my recipes call for it, and it's just such a good food item. It's one of my staples. I keep it all the time when I can find it. Here lately, it's not available in the grocery stores like it's always been. So we just take so much for granted, don't we? So when I can find it, I do go ahead and buy some, so I'll make sure that I always have some on hand. So we're just mixing the cream cheese and the sugar using my little hand mixer. Just mixing it around. That was easy. So now I'm going to rake it down on the sides, and I'm going to add the Cool Whip, but I'm going to fold it in. I'm not going to mix it with my hand mixer. I'm just going to add 8 ounces of Cool Whip, and I'm going to fold this in. I don't know about you, but I keep these little containers. They come in handy. My mother used to do that, and Doug's mother, Lord knows, she kept egg cartons and meat trays and everything else. And I've learned, when I was younger, I thought that was not a good thing to do, but now that I'm older, I think it's a great thing to do. Just wash it real good, sanitize it, and use it for something else. So I'm just folding in the Cool Whip. Remember, folding is a over, down, under, and over. Just like that. Oh, this is going to be good. Mix it all up in the center too. Just make sure it's all blended really, really well. So now, when our pie crust finishes cooling, which it's almost there, we'll put this strawberry pretzel salad together, and then we're going to overnight it in the refrigerator. We're going to have a spend the night party in the refrigerator so that it'll cool and it'll be ready when our guests get here. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, our pretzel crust is cool, and so now we're going to add our cream cheese filling. So we're just going to dip it out and put it on top of the pretzel crust, and we'll spread it out. I love this. It is so incredibly delicious. Okay, we don't want to leave any. Just spread it out evenly. I like these little cooling racks that I have this baking dish on. It helps things to cool so much faster than if you just put it on your kitchen counter. Okay, I'm going to turn this around so you can see, and so that I can make sure that I get it all covered evenly. Okay. So that is the completion of step 2. So now we have one more thing to do, and I'll be back in just a minute when our jello is completely gelled, or is partially gelled, and is ready to go on top of the filling. See you in a minute. Okay, we're down to the final step in this strawberry pretzel salad. Our jello has started to gel. You can see it's jiggling. So I'm just going to stir it around a little bit. Just like that. It's so simple and it's so delicious. So now I'm just going to pour it on top of our cream cheese mixture and spread it out. That's all there is to this. Okay, just spreading it out evenly. You know, I could have used all of those strawberries. I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't. But it's still going to be so delicious. Let's put a little strawberry over there. Just kind of like that. Spread them out so everybody can have a little bit of the love in this strawberry salad. Okay, there it is. How simple is that? Need to clean up around my little dish a little bit. And it's ready to go back in the refrigerator. We'll chill it overnight, and then we'll cut it in squares, and it's going to be so delicious. Okay, friends, that's all I have for you today. Just one strawberry pretzel salad. I hope that you'll make it. I hope you'll share it with your family, maybe with some friends. And you have a blessed day, and I will see you again really, really soon with another good recipe.